Clean up in aisle 5. You're gonna need tear gas, pepper spray, and assault gear just to listen to this show.
Sasquatch, the moon landing, UFOs, 9/11, flat earth, JFK. All of these things have one thing in common: unanswered questions. So let's get to the bottom of that.
Now here's something completely random.
Animals in action, animals in action.
Random.
We using that in the intro?
Thank you and good night!
Iceman Enterprises exclusively presents a talk show that will get to the bottom of things once and for all. And now here's your host for Let's Get to the Bottom of That. Three weirdos on a mic.
What's so funny? Why are you laughing? We always have to do the bar.
It's random. Welcome in.
Dude, it is random.
We're still doing that, huh?
Hey,
Yes.
I love
We're
it.
never going to get rid of the bark. Everybody loves it. It's a party favor.
Just like the fart sound.
Nah,
It'll probably, okay. Welcome into another episode of Let's Get to the Bottom of That. I'm your host, Byron Dice. I am joined in studio by the other two weirdos.
Hello, hello.
Jason and Joey.
What's up?
Bass have my up.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yo, we're back,
love it.
baby.
Dude, it's
So-
been a while, Joe.
Oh, that good reminder. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank
So
you,
if
bro.
y'all,
Thank you.
of course, if y'all have heard the show, the last couple of episodes, we had a great
Guest.
sit-in,
Yes.
a listener of the show, fan of the show.
Yes.
We flew him in, and
Yeah.
are you having struggles over there?
I
Wow,
think-
you just ruined all my equipment.
We put him up in a nice hotel,
I'm not sure what just happened.
Yeah, we put him in a nice
Motel 6.
the looking. So yeah, Diver Dean came in and sat in for Joey. Of course, Joey was on assignment for the last 3 weeks. We actually, I don't know if y'all know this today, but today is episode 98, getting close to 100.
Bro, what's
and
going on
do
with
I need
this
to
thing?
stop and look?
No, we're good.
So like he's struggling,
It's all
bro.
right. Let him do that.
Should we
Hey,
put that on camera?
No,
'Cause
let's talk about
Yeah,
this.
let's get
okay,
this
Okay,
on.
Hold
so
on.
we're starting a new thing.
No, wait.
No, wait.
Before you do
wait.
that, let's talk about after. Okay, let's go ahead and let me fade out.
Okay, fade out.
Let me fade out, and then we'll get into what
Get
we're
into
talking about.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say, well, let me go ahead and fade this out, and then that needs to stop. Okay, got it.
We're a bunch of
Nobody's-
amateurs over here.
First time, bud.
How many listeners are we got?
Oh, man, we just lost a ton.
Okay, this is episode 98.
Spit it out, Byron.
By the way, I love doing podcast
Yeah, I
This-
love my mama.
with the three weirdos that I have in studio today. But this is what's going on for the next couple of weeks. We're starting a new series.
Yeah.
And this is what we're going to be listening to.
Getting to the bottom of that just got a whole lot weirder. Welcome to a new series from Let's Get to the Bottom of That. A series that will unravel the tangled web of belief, manipulation, and power within some of the most secretive and dangerous cults of our time. What drives ordinary people to surrender their lives to a cause that to outsiders seems incomprehensible? How do charismatic leaders turn devotion into control, faith into fear? In this series, we will delve deep into the chilling stories of those who escaped the cult's grip, the investigators who sought to bring them down, and the families who were torn apart by its influence. Each week, a new episode will reveal a different cult and its dark history. Revealing the disturbing tactics used to recruit, brainwash, and maintain control over its members. Join us as we explore the origins of a different cult each week, the psychology of its leaders, and the desperate struggles of those who fought to break free. This series isn't just another story about a cult. It's a journey into the depths of human vulnerability, the search for meaning, and the terrifying power of blind faith. Welcome to the Cult Series.
Wow.
Dang.
Jeez.
Well, there we have it, folks. I'm terrified.
Yeah.
I'm
Right now.
titillated.
Easy.
Oh, okay.
Easy.
This is fantastic.
I need
Dude,
to
that
get
was
this
awesome. Did you do that like at 4 a.m? Something
Yeah,
like that?
no, I did it right before it came. Like 1:45.
Did
When
you
I got-
really?
yeah, when I got home, I was like, I got to get an intro for
No,
this.
dude. Did you really do that?
Yeah.
Bro, that was pretty good. Like
that
in
was-
15 minutes.
Yeah, 15 minutes later, now the show's over.
Oh, that hit hard. That really did hit hard.
So that's what we're doing, and we're doing a cult series. And today we're going to focus in on the story of the People's Temple. You might know this as Jonestown.
wait.
Now, before we get into that, I was going to say that Joey was on assignment. He actually infiltrated all the cults we're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
And he's made it out.
Yes.
So he's got some inside information about these people.
I
do.
wanted to do that because I want to be in a cult.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I am actually a part of all these cults still.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
good.
So
They
some
s-
of them stuck with me.
Now,
especially
what
this
we're
one.
going to talk about, some of them, if they heard you say that, you'll be getting a visitation.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean,
And
it's
you'll be getting probably a nice stay at an underground bunker.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's fun to be a cult member, but you make way more money as a cult leader.
Oh,
Exactly. Exactly, dude.
Until you don't.
But since he's been gone, we've had a guest, like we talked
Yeah,
about.
Diver Dean was in here.
Diver Dean, he is a guest. He is a listener. He is everything we ever hoped for, but he's not Joey.
He's not me.
No, he's not Joey.
But we are going to start this thing where we've been talking about. If guests want to come on the show, if listeners that are fan of the show, they want to come in and they can call in, they can zoom in. We can even fly him down. Or you know what? Better yet, we can get him a ticket on a
Aren't you
train.
just saying, are we big time right now?
Yeah, and don't forget the free merch too, right, Jason?
dude.
Hey, we're giving free merch. Free merch.
But no, seriously though, we do want you guys have the ability to come on the show and talk about a topic. We would get in touch with you somehow and figure out, hey, what topic do you want to get on? What do you want to do? And go from there. If that's most podcasters don't have that. Most podcasters don't have that ability.
That guest element.
Yeah, that guest element where
Listeners.
they can bring the guest in and be a part of the show. And that's just they do that at times, but they don't have it consistently.
Well, yeah, I know what you're saying. Like Joe Rogan, you'll see people all the time as guests. They may be listeners or not, but I'm a listener, and
Right.
he's never invited me.
Right.
So
How dare he?
Yeah,
dare
you're right.
he,
You're
man.
dang right. How
Right.
dare he? But anyway, that's what we're gonna start doing. We're gonna roll it out here soon. Get a little bit more details on that.
by the way,
Because hold on, Byron.
Oh,
because
sorry.
we are about the listeners.
yeah, that's what.
Dude,
Look, we
I don't-
could sit here, turn these mics on, and talk all day just because we want to ourselves, but we know there's somebody on the other side of this mic,
Yeah.
and we want to make sure that the listener's taken care of.
Yeah. We're not
Yeah.
just talking to a void.
Right.
Yeah.
And we get some good feedback. We haven't read the comments in a while, but I did read one a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember which episode, but it was like, that guy can't talk. He does horrible research,
Yeah.
and he needs to just sit down or just stop.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well,
Maybe.
I've already admitted all of this.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. I can't talk. I can't read.
But did he replied to you and said, "Hey, man, actually, I listen quite often, and I was a little critical, and keep on keeping on."
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, he did say that?
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
On the TikTok that I sent you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's what I was reading that.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, man, I listen. I was just being critical, and you guys,
Oh, I didn't see that
keeping on.
because that's
Yeah,
not my account. That's yours.
Oh, it's my account. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Well, that's fun. Last week's question of the week, if y'all didn't know this, it was what science is used to prove the Earth is flat? And that was last week's question. Was it molecular chemistry, quantum geology, synthetic astronomy, or Titanic physics? And of course, the answer is synthetic astronomy. So,
Oh, I was gonna say it's your mother.
so this question of the week this week is going to be. We're not using that one. That's going to be the next show. Who wrote the famous book on ancient aliens titled "Chariots of the Gods"? That's the question of the week.
this one.
So if you're listening to this episode on Monday when it's released on Spotify mobile app, go scroll down below the episode. You will see this poll question. Is it A, Dr. Seuss? Is it Stephen Hawking, B? Or is it C, Eric von Däniken? Or D, Charles Darwin? Chariots of the Gods.
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
Me. Sorry, I had to.
Okay, good. The camera's still on you. I'll be like, okay. Did he? Was that a voice box? Was that a computer?
It was like, whenever they have those songs where they speak into the hose, like those old R&B ones.
Yeah, like Bon Jovi.
Was it bird boxes?
This is my verse. You.
Yeah.
Was that what that is?
Yeah.
I think they call it a voice box.
Voice box.
I don't know whatever it was.
Where he talks into the hose. That's terrible.
We're all over the place. I can tell you that.
We're canceled.
12 minutes. You said,
Does it ever change?
Joey said, just skip 12 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's too late. You've already in the 12 minutes.
Yep,
You're engaged.
We didn't say skip 12 minutes
No,
at the
that's good.
beginning.
This is the best part.
It is really. So if y'all want to answer the question of the week, go do that, and then I'll let you know what it is next week. We're live on TikTok. If you want to be part of the show today, give us a call, 913-717-9979, and give us your thoughts on how life's treating you. Well, how about current events with anybody? Anything going on out there in the world we need to talk about real quick before we dive into Jonestown?
No, that lady that breakdances at the Olympics, she was phenomenal.
What is
Yeah,
that?
buddy.
Is that a real dance?
Yeah, I feel bad for her, dude, because
Yeah,
she's
she got
getting a lot of
roasted.
hate. Yeah.
She got roasted big time.
Well, I mean, was everybody doing the same dance, or was that just her own
that's-
unique
that's-
version
that
of
was-
something?
That was her.
What was the thing that they were trying to do?
Breakdance.
So it is breakdancing.
Yeah.
That's
well-
an Olympic sport now.
You're kidding me.
I wish it was.
They're
Speaking
they're just letting everything be Olympic
Yeah.
sports nowadays, dude.
Stephen Hawking could be in the Olympics.
I'm gonna got it. It was like sham bam 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 bam.
Anyway,
This my truck is
Wait.
spitting.
Speaking of breakdancing,
he couldn't breakdance.
have you ever?
He'd be on wheels, bro.
This is terrible. All right, skip forward. Skip forward 13 minutes.
Wait. Speaking of breakdancing, have you ever went to the bathroom like to take a deuce? I mean, to just regular pee, and then all of a sudden this mysterious poop comes up.
Yeah, it's like
What's
all
up
of a
with
sudden.
that? It's like I didn't even have to do that.
I think it's because the body relaxes, dude.
Breakdancing to
You know?
poop
You know what I'm
to
saying?
Stephen Hawking. How did we get here?
It's like the
I'm
muscles.
like, I gotta pee. Then wait a minute. I didn't have to poop earlier. What's going on
Is
here?
it time
just,
for a grumper already?
Oh my God! That's why he wanted a segue. That's what he wanted. He wanted a segue to the fart. That's what he wanted. I see your schemes.
I can't. Okay, I can't. Who wants to start the show today?
Yeah, let's start. Colts.
Who want? Yeah, this is the Colts series.
Hey, can you zoom in on that a little bit?
Oh, let's see if we can do that.
I don't want to have to be squinting.
How do
over here.
we? Is there a zoom? I see
Yeah,
100%.
Hit
Let's
that.
go 150.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, look at that.
Very nice.
So yeah, we'll just. Do you know anything about Jonestown
tell
and the
me about
People's
it.
Temple, Jason?
I want to know.
Do you
Teach
know
me.
anything though?
I don't know anything.
Are you serious?
Really?
I'm
What are
blind.
you doing?
And I don't know how to read.
Okay.
The story.
I'm basically Stephen Hawking, but I have legs.
Oh wait.
He had legs. They
That
just didn't work.
Yeah. Okay.
Rest in peace, Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
To any Stephen, because I was a big Stephen Hawking fan. So
Well, sure. He was
was a
very
smart dude.
Yeah.
his theory of everything was really cool. It's a good movie too.
Yeah. It was all about the stars and
Much respect, dude.
yeah. The story of People's Temple is one of the most tragic and haunting events in modern history, illustrating the dangers of blind devotion and the consequences of unchecked power.
Yeah.
Boom. So, let's go. Who was this guy?
Wait. Remember we talked
Go
about
ahead.
this.
I love it.
Why do people? We got to dive in before, we get to this meat topic.
Oh, sure.
Cults, right? We're doing cults.
Yeah. I have an answer.
Why do people give their life to cults? Why are they so susceptible to the lies, all of the deceit, everything? And
Yeah.
and who's next?
Who's next? Man?
Who's next? Man?
What do you mean? What's the next cult?
Yeah.
Well, they're out there now.
I mean,
Yeah, they're still cults, dude.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, we'll talk. I mean, it's not this week, but probably next week we'll talk about probably the biggest that's out there.
Yeah, I just find it fascinating that these people that are in these cults, when they're in it, they're not, they're oblivious to the manipulation. They're oblivious to all.
Well, they don't think they're being manipulated.
Yeah,
Well, it starts. A lot of times these things start from. It's kind of the same thing that Satan does, man. Like he'll wrap a truth up, and especially this cult specifically. There was an issue in the 1950s.
Yeah.
With segregation and all that fun stuff that was going on, and he had a solution to that problem.
Yeah.
But
And hey, when I get through my notes, I'll answer because I'm gonna go through one of the dudes, a survivor of this particular one,
yeah.
and kind of tell you how that guy just kind of sucked into it. And
which one? Which guy do you have? Did you read the stuff I added to it?
I have not, but we're going to.
Hey, we're gonna
Live.
get there. We're gonna figure it out.
I think his name was
Dean Martin.
yes, Dean Martin
Yeah.
and Chuck Norris.
Yeah, Chucky Blue Eyes.
But the People's Temple was founded in 1950 by Jim Jones. He was a charismatic preacher, as Jason's favorite,
Yep.
who initially championed civil rights, social justice, and equality. Now, Jim's early sermons resonated with many because, especially those that were marginalized in society, his church grew quickly in popularity. His message of racial integration and a communal living attracted a diverse group of followers who were drawn to the promise of creating a utopian society where everyone was treated equal.
Sounds awesome.
That's what's wrong with that?
It's good stuff.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
That sounds like socialism.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, as the church expanded, so did Jones's influence over his followers. He began to preach more radical ideas, positioning himself as a Masonic figure. His followers believed in his vision so completely, they willingly gave up their possessions, their freedoms, and ultimately their lives for the cause.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I mean,
I'm gonna go
we
down.
are doing like the
Oh,
main.
yours is in blue. That's cool. Thank you.
We're doing the main cults right now, but there were other religions today that would be considered cults. A lot of different sections in Christianity that would be considered cults. So just so you know,
Well,
when we get into this,
that's a good point.
when we get into this, we're going to pinpoint these different parts of Christianity, just not just Christianity, but in general, most cults. But Christianity has these different sections that have cults, and when we press in on them, we're gonna get blowback. You know that, so you guys gotta be prepared for that.
Well, I will say
what?
this. In this,
From the blowback, for example, this is gonna be controversy. Jehovah's Witness,
Yeah.
that's a cult.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Uh-huh.
Mormons, they're in a cult,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
right, it's what I've heard.
Yep. Yes,
So
okay.
I mean, but we're gonna get people that hear it. They're gonna be like,
Buddha.
no, they're not. Whatever.
Is Buddha in a cult?
I think yeah.
Buddha?
I think Buddha was the cult. Yeah.
what about Muhammad?
Which one? Muhammad
The
Ali. or-
Muslims.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's like everybody's in a but see, like you said, Jason, there's cults within every religion, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, let's-
whatever you blame it on,
Right. So in
there's gonna-
Islam, so for
let's-
example, in
let's-
Islam, it would be like
let's define the word cult.
Hey, you know
Oh,
what's
let's do
funny?
it.
I just looked that up.
Let's go ahead with a working definition.
I love this.
Let's
Look at
do
this
this.
transitioning.
A cult is a group or movement with shared commitment to usually extreme ideology, often led by a charismatic leader, that requires absolute loyalty from its members. Cults typically have strict rules, exclusive belief system, and practices that can be manipulative or coercive. Members are often isolated from outside influences and discouraged from questioning the group's beliefs or leadership.
Oh,
Right.
well, could that be anything though?
I mean,
I mean,
potentially.
you
That
could
fits
say
that description,
Jesus is
sure.
in a cult.
yeah.
No.
I mean, a lot of people do. They think Christianity is a cult.
because he doesn't do it by manipulation or coercion.
No.
Yeah, but you do have a strict rule you got to go by. You got to go by some of them, depending on which church you're in.
Right. That's
You
why I
know
said
what I'm
within Christianity, there's different.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they can take.
There's so many tentacles.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, so it's all about manipulation and a strong, charismatic leader. And gets
Right.
a loyal following, and he isolates you, and he doesn't like any criticism from the outside about.
right.
Wait.
And within
So-
the ranks, you can't do that either.
Are we in a cult with Byron?
We
Yeah.
might be in a cult on this podcast.
He doesn't let us leave.
Right.
Keeps us here under.
He hates
The
criticism.
only time the lights come on is when we're actually turning the mics on.
This is the only time he gives me anything to drink when we're recording.
Yeah. TikTok. Well, yeah, it's going out there. So let's keep going. By 1978, concerns about the conditions in Jonestown. Well, I didn't even tell you what Jonestown was. Hold on, sorry. The early 70s, there was increasing scrutiny from the media and the government about Jim Jones and the People's Temple and how they were doing things, right? So what he did is he like, hey, you know what? We're going to move our entire congregation to a remote settlement in South American country of Guyana.
Right.
That sounds exciting, right? Let's
Love
go
it.
to the jungle.
Hey, I'm all for it.
This settlement was named Jonestown. Red flags. Red flags.
I mean,
Wait a minute. if Jason, if you said, Byron, what if we had like 30 people that listen to this podcast, and all of a sudden you were like, you know what? Here's the direction we want to go now, and we're going to move, and I bought some land just in South Kansas, and we're going to call it Jasontown.
I'm okay with that.
I'm done.
Really?
I'm done.
Okay.
I'm not going to Jasontown.
Really? It's fun. You'd have a great time.
There's some stuff in your backyard we don't want to talk about.
That's true.
So anyway, as the church expanded, I already said that. This settlement was named Jonestown. It was intended to be a paradise on earth in Guyana. Can you imagine? I've seen video footage of this place. I mean, they've got tractors, bulldozers just pushing over banana trees, just clearing stuff out. I'm like,
Yeah.
and it's so remote. It's so remote. It's not. There's nothing hardly near it.
There's a little commune.
Yeah.
Living a
So
life.
it was supposed to be, paradise on earth. It was a place. It was the vision of a perfect society that could be realized in Guyana. However, Jonestown was far from the utopia Jones had promised. The settlers worked long hours in harsh conditions. Food was scarce. Jones gripped on his followers tight as he became increasingly paranoid and erratic.
Oh.
So by 1978, concerns about the conditions of the people that lived in Jonestown reached the U.S. government. Congressman Leo Ryan, he decided to visit Jonestown to investigate claims of abuse and the mistreatment. And a group of journalists and concerned relatives of the People's Temple members accompanying him. At first, it seemed like it was going well, but then some of the members of the community started passing secret notes to the visitors begging help for escape.
That's how we are on
And
this
then
podcast.
that's when, yes, please.
Please help me.
You can't stop with all the.
What am I doing here? Anyway. So they took a trip down there, and it escalated when Ryan and his group attempted to leave with several defectors. And they started to get on a plane. They were ambushed by armed guards from the People's Temple. Congressman Ryan and several others were killed. In the aftermath of the attack, Jones realized his dream was crumbling.
Not a congressman.
Fearing retribution, he ordered his followers to commit revolutionary suicide, quote, air quotes, on November 18, 1978. Over 900 people, including many children, were coerced to forced to drink cyanide-laced drink. Those who refused or hesitated were either shot or injected with the poison. Jones himself was found dead with a gunshot wound.
Yeah, so does that mean that he refused and someone shot him, one of his followers? Because when I read that, I was like, wait a second. Those who refused the suicide got
Did
shot
he
or
shoot
injected.
himself?
It doesn't specify.
That's a great question. That is a great question. I thought he shot himself, but I could be, so I don't know now that you asked that. The tragedy at Jonestown became one of the largest mass suicides and greatest loss of American civilian life in a deliberate act until the September 11 attacks. Ooh. So until that, over 900 people. The phrase "drink the Kool-Aid" actually, and here's what I was talking about earlier. It was actually Flavor Aid.
Flavor Aid.
But
Flavor.
I've never heard of Flavor Aid.
You did now.
But that's what they handed out. But because Kool-Aid was so popular, that's the phrase, hey, don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Dude, you know what we should do?
Drink Kool-Aid?
No, we should have our own drink, kind of like Logan Paul. We should call it Flavor Aid.
Jason is a marketing guru genius for this podcast.
Flavor Aid.
Sure
He
is
wants
trying.
hats, cups, T-shirts. Now he wants a drink, energy drink.
Yeah, how are we going to make a drink, dude?
Huh?
What
How do you do?
What are we going to do?
Bro, you get Kool-Aid.
Joey's like,
you make
hey,
a big batch of Kool-Aid.
Don't we need to get big first?
No. Listen.
Okay,
This guy's head's in the
I'm
clouds, man.
I'm following you.
Listen, you just make a batch of Kool-Aid.
Christian's back. Thank
Nobody
you.
will know.
Yeah,
You pour it in a bottle.
slap her name on it.
Slap our name on Flavor Aid.
Where's the drink, though?
What do you mean, where's the drink?
Where do you get it from?
Dude, no, we just start making it, and then we pass it out like at local events.
Wow, dude. Great idea. All right, continue on.
Joey, you're a hater.
Okay, so that's where
Very
the popular
cool.
phrase, if you don't know where this popular phrase, don't drink the Kool-Aid, this is the story it came from because
I'm just messing, by the way.
you are
If
messing?
if we could make it happen, I'm
Oh,
on
yeah.
board.
I mean, I'd take a grumper in a minute.
Yeah, just never mind.
I'll
just
I
drop
love that term.
You
by the
grumpy?
way.
Yeah, I know. It's
I
fitting.
just took a grumper. And look, fans, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll delete that button.
No,
Is it okay?
I
Okay,
like
the
it.
listeners.
You could shorten it up. You could just do a quick
You know what?
one.
I'm going to pass this to Joey because he's got some notes in here. I like how you put the blue in here to
Yeah.
distinguish.
Yeah.
That's pretty smart, dude.
Well, it just separates the good notes from the bad notes. You know what I'm saying? You know? Arrivederci.
So
Ay, ay,
I'm going
ay.
to pass it to you, Joey. If because I can't read, you can't read either, but we'll get through
Yeah.
it. So you've got some stuff in here about Jim Jones' early life.
I do. I got some stuff. I got my contacts in, so I should be able to see it. So everyone loves a good origin story. You know what I mean? I know you hit kind of on the origins as well. But I
Yeah,
tried
but
to
we
go
really
back.
don't know. I just know where he started in 50 of the church. I
Yeah.
have no idea how he was raised and any of that stuff.
Right. Yeah, it seemed like he had a pretty normal upbringing. So James Warren Jones was born May 13th, 1931 in Crete, Indiana, to James Thurman Jones and Lynetta Putnam Jones.
That sounds normal.
Or Putnam. Let's go with that, Putnam. His family was impoverished, and Jones had a challenging upbringing.
Oh, no.
Boo-hoo. Everyone does. Anyway, education and early influences. Jones was a troubled student, but demonstrated an early interest in religion and social issues. He was influenced by the social gospel movement, which emphasizes social justice.
The social gospel.
Yep,
Social gospel.
and helping the marginalized. So, skip forward to 1955. Early years. Jim Jones officially formed the People's Temple, the Full Gospel Church in Indianapolis. The church attracted a diverse congregation as Jones preached a mix of Christian theology, socialist ideas, and a strong message of racial integration. Jones' focus on racial equality was significant, especially during a time when segregation was still prevalent in the United States. So that's the 50s. That was like the big social movement of the area.
Yeah.
I mean,
they still had what's that called? The Jim Crow laws?
Yeah.
This fountain's white, this fountain's black?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was, when was Martin Luther King Jr.? Was that around the same time?
It was the 60s.
56. So it was prime time. Okay.
Early 60s. I mean, he was right around the JFK stuff.
So you can see.
JFK killed him, right?
Killed who?
Martin Luther.
Is that your theory? You're sticking with it?
I guess so.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough. So you can see the, just kind of the society, how they would kind of flock to a congregation.
This movement,
like this.
yeah.
Yeah. It makes sense. So the early followers of the People's Temple were drawn by Jones's charismatic leadership and his message of equality and social justice. Many of them were African Americans and other marginalized individuals who found the temple to be a welcoming community. Jones also attracted a number of idealistic young people who were passionate about civil rights and social change.
Makes sense. Did I go too far?
You did. A little
Sorry.
bit.
This is I'm not used to the docs.
It's all right, bro.
The other one I got. Okay, go ahead.
The early followers of the People's Temple were. Oh, well, I just read that. All right, so Jones became known for his healing services.
There we go.
Where he claimed to perform miraculous healings, which further boosted his popularity. These services were often staged, but they played a significant role in drawing the people to the movement. Okay?
Staged.
Supposedly.
Allegedly.
The healings.
Yes.
Yep. Healings. No. We'll get into that.
I've been healed.
By your stripes.
Yes.
Amen, baby. Amen. Jones claimed to heal various physical ailments such as cancer, blindness, paralysis, and other serious conditions during church services. He would call the individuals from the congregation, announce their illness, and then heal them in front of the audience. Wow.
Okay, so
powerful. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
I knew that. He does exactly
From
what
Jim
Benny
Jones?
Hinn does.
Yeah.
Calls him up.
Waves
his
them.
coat.
Yeah.
Fans him to the crowd.
Bob's your uncle.
Boom. Done.
You're done. Get out of the chair, dude. Go.
Yeah.
He claimed to cast out demons or evil spirits from people, which he presented as the cause of their physical or mental afflictions. These exorcisms were...
Oh, okay. So
often,
if like something was wrong, it's a demon, and let me help you so you won't have that physical thing done to you anymore. Okay.
Often dramatic, with followers displaying extreme reactions as he supposedly drove out the spirits. Okay. Do we still see that today?
Well, sure. Well, here's my question, and before we do that,
Is this theory time?
no,
What's going on here?
we're gonna take a quick break. As the bottom of the hour,
This
Okay.
is new.
so we're gonna take a quick break for, we
gotta gather our thoughts.
We have ads that play on this, so apologize for that, but we got to pay for I got to pay for my staff here.
Yeah,
Jason
I'm
and Joey.
expensive.
I'm expensive.
So we'll pick this back up with methods of staged healings when we come back right after this break. We'll be right back.
Be right back.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back from the break. Bottom of that podcast. I'm Byron Dice, your host. I'm joined by Jason and Joey. We are discussing the Jim Jones saga and how he got started with his early life. And Joey was just going through some of the exorcisms and faith healings and methods of staged healings. And I think, Joey, do you have a question before we jumped on that?
I'm Jason.
I'm sorry, Joey. Jason, did you have a question? Didn't you have a question?
I don't know. The break was so long.
The J.
I don't remember now.
Did you take a grumper?
Yeah, he's taking a grumpy backstage.
I thought somebody had a question right before we left.
You had a question
about how he staged.
Yeah, you had a question.
That was your question.
Oh, I was gonna say, thank you. Here's the question: aren't we instructed in the Bible by Jesus to do these types of things?
Yeah.
What?
Didn't he say lay hands on the sick?
Yep. Sure
Didn't
did.
he say cast out devils?
Yep.
Well, isn't this?
Wait. Hold on.
What? Talk to me, bro.
But he didn't say to lie about it.
Okay,
You're
walk through me.
I mean,
walk through me.
Okay.
How? Oh, so if I was doing it, how would I lie to you if I actually?
But you're not doing it, so you're not healing somebody.
Well,
So
no,
people
I
gotta
never. I don't have the power to heal. I can just do it in Jesus' name.
So yeah, so I mean, if
I would never say I'm doing this, but I'm doing the work because
Yeah.
Jesus isn't here. I'm the body on the planet.
you're not doing the work either, bro.
What am I supposed to do?
You're
He
just
said
a
do it.
vessel.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Lay on the ground and not do
you
anything?
lay your hands and you pray.
That's doing the work.
No, that's not. That you lay in your hand. What kind of effort did you put through?
It's called my muscle. My brain had to move my hands. Come on, dude.
Come on, man.
It's called doing the work.
Bro, that's not the work.
Well, what is it?
And I think that's
Okay,
my
so
perspective is that's not. I mean, I
okay,
think
what would you
that's
call
where we,
it?
That's
if
where
I
we get
if I raised my hands over to help heal you,
raising your
is
hand.
what is that called?
But bro,
So who
but
does? I
you're
know.
all you're doing is raising your
I
hand.
know Jesus does the work. So
Okay, that's all I wanted to say.
okay, Jesus does the work. So I'm going to pretend I lift my hands, but they're not really, and I don't know what's happening right now. But anyway,
Well, so here's the deal, man.
we got off on a tangent there.
We are called to heal, pray for the sick, pray
Yeah.
for the needy, and I grew up charismatic, and I'm still charismatic. I've seen healings. I've seen stuff like this happen for real.
Miracles, like
Miracles. I prayed for it myself.
just stuff that you can't explain.
Can't explain it. But whenever you have a ministry that there's like so many of these super charismatic places where it's like the miracle
I don't know what we're
outweighs
talking
Yeah, the
about right
emphasis
here.
is on the healing, the miracles.
Yeah, instead of who does
the
it,
gospel.
instead of Jesus, things can spiral out of control.
And that's what I was
like
saying.
this. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that totally.
Because it's like
Thank
that's,
you. You answered the question.
That's what happens is these people, I'm sure, and we're going to get into this because there was times that this feller right here, Mr. Jones himself,
yeah.
did some crazy stuff. I have a
Right,
couple
okay.
of them in here where people are like, we can't explain it, how he did what he did. You know, can't explain it.
Okay.
But it's like, it was almost like he had an image to uphold, or it was like a method of control.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
I can't stop doing this because people are expecting me to keep doing this and better.
Right.
Yeah, he's got to keep up the facade.
It's kind of like the mega churches nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They got to pay. They got to get those seats filled. If they don't, they're without a building. They've built themselves into a building where they have to keep enough people coming regularly or they
To pay
lose the
bills?
building.
Yeah.
So they get in
You
this
got to pay the
moment.
bills. Yeah.
They get in this thing where it's like we have to fill these seats. We got to get these
Right.
people.
Yeah. Because we're
And then-
going down if we don't.
And then they lose sight of everything because
Right.
it becomes a show to attract people.
That's funny because there is a big, huge. I forgot his name. Was it Francis Chan?
Yeah. Francis
and
Chan.
He had a huge, and he was like, he
Yeah.
realized where he was. Like, what am I doing? And he dropped it all.
That what I literally just said was a quote from one of his books,
Thank
Francis
you.
Chan. What was it? Letters to the Church, I believe. I think it was Letters to the
Eric
Church.
Metaxas just wrote a book called a Letter to the American Church.
Yep. Or that one was Letters to the Church. But that he talks about that specifically being a part of a mega church. And
You just get
it
wrapped
was-
up.
And
And
when
you
you have to fill these seats. It takes away from the gospel and what it's truly about. That's your relationship with God, and it becomes this show.
And I think with
And-
Jim Jones, I think probably ego wasn't checked, and he got to a place where, oh yeah, I am this miraculous thing.
Yeah,
People are following me,
yeah, and
I'm not going to quit because I am this thing.
yeah, and there's like a deep dive we could do on it. Maybe this guy was doing all kinds of. Maybe he did have some sort of weird power, demonic power. I don't know. It's weird to say. Anyway,
So yeah, that answered my question. Thank you. Do we want to get methods of staged healings?
yeah.
Yeah, everything
so,
okay there?
Yeah, I'm living like
house?
Larry. Everything's good, man. You know how it is.
Blue Eyed Demon joined. Hadn't seen you in a while. Welcome to the show. We're recording our podcast. I'm sorry, podcasters. I'm talking to the TikTok live stream. Go ahead.
So here's some staging methods that he basically was caught trying to live this lie out. Okay. So he had prearranged patients. Followers who defected would come up. Some of the people healed in these services were members of the temple who were in the act. They would pretend to have a serious.
Documented?
Yeah, these are people that would come out and speak the truth. They would have serious illness and then dramatically be healed by Jones during the service.
See, that's sick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, it happens. That's what I'm saying.
Still
When it becomes about the miracle rather than the person.
Yeah, and then that vulnerable person sees that, and that's how they get captured in there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Jones, information gathering, Jones or his staff would gather information about individuals' medical conditions beforehand, sometimes through prayer requests or conversations with members. This information was then used by Jones to miraculously diagnose and heal them in front of the congregation, which appeared to be supernatural knowledge. Believe that? It's crazy stuff, dude. Sleight of hand.
It seems like it had all the inside.
Yeah. In some instances, Jones used tricks to simulate healings. For example, he would use chicken livers or animal organs, claiming they are cancerous tumors that had been miraculously removed from a person's body.
Oh, no. See, you did a deep dive.
So
I didn't get any of that stuff.
He was just like, and
he pulled a chicken. See, dude. I've heard stories about somebody would pull a bunion off somebody's toe and it'd fall off in their shoe. And what you're saying, it was just dang chicken liver.
It was a chicken liver, bro.
I mean, you had to have props.
Yeah, you have to, man. It's
props.
a show. It's literally a magic liver. Show.
It is a magic show.
This sounds kind of disgusting, though.
Yeah. I mean,
if I saw that, a chicken liver, and I think I would leave the service.
I kind of wish I could have found a video of this.
That would have been
just the icing on the cake.
Now, I'll tell you, I don't know if you know Todd Bentley. He was down in Florida.
Todd
Bentley. I mean, he actually kicked an old lady in the face with his boot.
And as soon as the tip of his toe touched her chin, the Holy Spirit came upon her.
Oh, did you see that?
Yeah.
I thought it was a healing or something.
Bro.
He kicked her straight in the face. I think he got sued for it. I don't think he's...
No. Todd Bentley's a joke.
But that would have been amazing if he'd have kicked her and a chicken liver would have came out.
Chicken liver.
Right? I'm never going to forget the chicken liver.
It was like in her mouth. She spit it.
There's the tumor.
That was my tumor.
I always wanted to go to one of these things like with Benny Hinn or Todd Bentley and then like be in on it and be like, oh yeah, you healed me, and be up on stage and then go like, psych. No, you didn't.
What do you think? Yeah, you like fall out and get up and go,
yeah. Exactly. That's what
my
I want to do.
My stomach still hurts.
I've still got a demon.
I've got gout.
Yeah. Oh, that hit
you
too
didn't
close to home.
It.
That's too close to
Where's
home.
my boot?
So
that's crazy. I didn't know about the chicken.
Many of the followers believed in the healings due to the intense emotional and psychological environment Jones created during the services. The atmosphere was often highly charged with music, collective prayer, and Jones' charismatic presence, all contributing to a sense of the miraculous.
Yeah, so...
Benny Hinn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Benny Hinn.
Well, see, the difference in Benny Hinn, where did Jim Jones go wrong and Benny Hinn didn't?
What do you mean?
Because Benny Hinn's a multimillionaire.
He was too, bro.
This dude?
Yeah. Heck yeah, dude.
It looked like he was just living on scraps.
No, bro.
Are you serious?
They were rolling, bro. Yeah, you'll see.
Yeah, but look at the end, though. Benny Hinn didn't end up like this with the orange juice.
Well,
and killing everyone in his father.
Well, you touched on it. I know.
Would Benny go? You know what? We don't need to go down that road.
You touched on it with his notes. It was like this guy's connection with. You said like a couple of his early childhood friends. It was like he had some weird infatuation with Hitler. Was that this guy?
No, that wasn't me. Did I say? When did I say that?
You don't read your notes, bro.
I didn't read that.
Scroll down, dude. Scroll down.
Anyway, this will tie into, after we do cults, the saga cults will tie into our next saga, which will be over false teachers.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one because I'm going to fight you on that one.
Oh yeah, what's going to be heated?
That's going to be good.
What do you mean?
I can't wait.
Why are you going to fight Jason?
I'm bringing scripture.
What do you mean? Fight me on that one.
Yeah, all the people you bring, I'm going to show you how they're not.
Okay. Well, he already has. He laid into me one night. You guys came over.
Wait. You can't.
Joyce Myers.
Well, okay. That's going to be a fun one.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, you think she's...
Look, let's
no.
do it on the show.
Oh, no! Joey, what are we going to do?
Well,
Listen, this is my cult.
We're going to bring the heat.
So everybody just calm down.
To our listeners, Byron would have been sucked into this cult if he was alive.
100%.
He would have been sucked in. He would have saw the chicken liver and was like, dude, this guy's literally God.
And when they hey, look, this stuff is laced with cyanide. You're just going to go to heaven.
No, you said you said you wouldn't be deceived.
Exactly.
Got him.
All right.
By the Antichrist.
Oh.
All right, scroll up.
Oh, where
Let
we
me
going?
hit these. We'll hit your stuff later, dude. We're getting there.
Yeah, you're not important.
Yeah, we're.
Did you already do this one here?
I haven't.
Okay, impact of healing claims. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Byron Dice from Let's Get to the Bottom of That. Of course, you know who this is because you were just watching me, right, on this episode. I wanted to come in quickly. We had to cut this episode into two parts because we went a little long on the Jim Jones saga. There was a lot to talk about, and I didn't want to subject you, the listener, to an hour and 40 minutes of talking about Jim Jones. I didn't want you to tap out and have to listen later, maybe pick up where we left off. So the three weirdos, we decided to break this up into two parts. So this is the end of part one, okay? Do not fret. Part two will be out next Monday, and we're going to pick up right where we left off on this episode with impacts of healing. So you don't want to miss that. So make sure you tune in next week for part two. I appreciate you listening. Peace.